Hey everyone, my name is Rory. If you don't know me, I'm a TCG player based in the northeast of Scotland. And if you do know me, yes, I have put NSPP up in my Zoroark deck. Please stop harassing me about it. It's in there. I know I forgot to put them in there. They're in there now. And it's a lot better than it was. Just remember that. Today's deck, in our continuation of this little mini-series to reflect on the G block and to reflect on the past 3 years of the meta, we're looking at what is commonly known as one of the Elite Four in the meta right now, and that is Terra Charizard. Charizard is a really good deck. It has been a very good deck for a while. When it first came out, some people tried it and it didn't quite click. Like, it was very, it was like, Charizard with Pidgeot. Okay, it does some stuff. And then introduce things like Barrel, and that's kind of when things started to kick off. The introduction of Ace Specs kind of took it up an even further notch. This is ultimately a similar build to the deck that I took to EUIC back in 2024, when I psyched myself out a week before flying from my original deck choice, Chien-Pao EX with Excalibur. I decided, nah, we're just going to go with Charizard, I think. And I ended up doing reasonably well with it. I went 4-4-1 in the end, if memory serves correctly. Most of those were mirror matches. There was a lot of mirrors. It's wild. But it really, it was a fun deck. It was also the deck that ended up being the overall winner of the event, done by Tord Reklev, of course. But today, we're going to be looking at a more recent build that is including a couple of spicy features that I quite enjoy. Here is the list. This list is basically, for this series, just as a disclaimer, because there's a lot of decks, a couple of decks I want to cover in this series that I don't often play. I'm just thinking the best thing to do is see what others are doing. So this deck comes from the Limitless front page, which if I click on here we go. So this is from 60th place finish at EUIC this year by Luke Gantner. And yes, I am again not wearing my glasses because the ring light is very bright and you can see it. I don't know why it's different now that I'm filming in the evening, but it is. So, Terra Charizard attaches energy to itself through its ability when it comes into play, and it does damage that scales as the game goes on. The more prizes your opponent takes, the more damage it does. In some situations, may not seem like the best, because early game you're hitting to 180 damage, maybe 210 if they've got a lucky snipe on something on your bench. That's where the complement comes in. So, to start things off, we've got Hoot Hoot Noctowl with 2 copies of Terapagos EX in there. Terapagos EX can swing reasonably well, actually, especially in the early game, especially when you fill up your bench. But the main thing that Terapagos is there for is to enable the Noctowl Jewel Seeker engine, which requires a Terra Pokemon on the bench for you to be able to search your deck on evolution for 2 trainer cards. Not 2 items, not 2 tools, not 2 stadiums, not 2 supporters. Any 2 trainer cards. Incredible effect. It's a one-off, so you can only use it on evolution, and that's it. It just stays on the board otherwise. So in some respects, it's kind of balanced with Pidgeot. Maybe a bit better, maybe a bit worse. But it lets you grab 2 trainer cards from your deck at any one time, which essentially gives you access to anything you want. Speaking of Pidgeot, we have a 2-1-2 line of Pidgeot in here as well. Just that quick search ability is going to go down in history as one of the most broken abilities. Just literally once during your turn, search your deck, pick up a card, put it in your hand. Don't even need to reveal it. We use these to not only get Pidgeot set up to then get Charizard set up, but we also use it to set up Dusknoir, key thing with Dusk Noir that makes it such a powerful and potent companion to Charizard is knocking itself out to do a hefty chunk of damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon at will. And every time you do that, your opponent takes a prize, which may not seem too good, but when your main attacker's damage is scaling up based on how many prizes they've taken, you can manipulate their prizes to do exactly what you want. Other support options we've got in here, we've got Fan Rotom, helps get all the things we need for both Hoot Hoot and Pidgey right at the start of the game, as well as a couple of Noctowls to be sure. Fez, and Klefki, which when combined with the Jet Energy helps a ton with dealing with Psyduck. Now, Psyduck is a much newer card, which is why this inclusion hasn't been seen before, but now in the last few months it's come in. But Psyduck basically prevents any of these knock yourself out abilities from triggering at all. Klefki, on the other hand, prevents all abilities on basic Pokemon on board. So by promoting the Klefki into active, it shuts off the Psyduck. And then you pop the Dusknoir, and then you move Klefki out of active, and then you can go back to using Fez. You can go back to using Fez. Fan Rotom too, I guess. But mostly Fez. That's pretty much the Pokemon side of it. We've got a lineup of 4 Dawn, 2 Iono, 2 Boss, and 1 Briar. For Dawn, we've got multiple Stage 2 lines in this deck. Dawn is essential for getting those together. Gets everything you need. 3 Pokemon for 1 card. We've got Iono here, just to, hand disruption, you need it. Boss as well, which combined with Prime Catcher gives us 3 Gusts. And then Briar. Briar is why Dusknoir is so potent in this deck. It basically only works when your opponent has 2 prizes remaining, but if a Terra Pokemon, Charizard, Terrapagos, if a Terra Pokemon knocks out one of your opponent's Pokemon, you take an extra prize for that Pokemon. Very, very easy way to play catch up and potentially get a 3 prize turn off of knocking a normal EX out. Or in the current meta, a 4 prize turn for knocking out a Mega. It's game changing. And that's why manipulating when you use the Dusknoirs and the Dusclopses makes this work, and it helps so much. Buddy Poffin, Nest Ball, Rare Candy, Ultra Ball, all important for just getting all the Pokemon we need on board, especially the Ultra Ball for getting just the Rogue Noctowl on board. Got Super Rod, Night Stretcher, only the 1 Super Rod. It's more so for the energy than anything else. We've got a full lineup of everything in the deck outside of that. Area 0 Underdepths, a couple of these, Stadium Bumps, but also expands our bench. And then we use Noctowls, and then anytime our Stadium gets knocked out, we then just discard the Noctowls because we don't need them anymore. They've done what they need to do. But it also allows us to cycle them up again if we have a very strategically used Super Rod or Night Stretcher. And then we've got 5 Fire-type energy and 2 Jet Energy. Jet Energy helps with a lot of the stall plays that we see a lot of, especially with the likes of Absol. Sometimes with Zoroark. Wellspring Mask Ogerpon. And that's it. That's the deck. Let's jump into some gameplay footage and just reminisce on good times. Oh, I got potential for a donk as well, actually. Spider-Man meme. Stadium would be hilarious here, actually. Play a stadium for me. That would be beautiful if you did that. It'd be so cool. This bolt? No. Terror Box? Play the stadium for me. Yeah, Terror Box. That's slightly terrifying, actually. Ish. Respectable, actually. Top deck stadium? Okay. One. I don't want them to think that I have Noctowls in hand. I think what, Rare Candy Stadium? Double Rare Candy off of the first Noctowl would be truly hilarious, now that I think about it. I know you're tempted to find the stadium. Double Rare Candy. Boss and Friend. What's that? 30 power, 30, 69, 120, 150, 180. This is Bolt. Why is there a Psychic Energy in Bolt? I think they take down the Charmander here, actually. Okay, this is Bolt, so I do need to just target that Ogerpon. If they've Crispined, they can't boss, but they can find E-Switch. They can find E-Switch. Oh, Energy Search and Ultra Ball. Okay, so Energy Search for Lightning Energy for Bolt. Beautiful. Promote Charmander. Because works as a pivot, but also shit's about to get so real right now. Yes. Double candy. Active. Yes. Is there a counter catcher in here? There's no counter catcher in this list. Could be Prime Catcher Iono angle. Buddy Poffin. Boss. I think. Yeah, Buddy Poffin Boss. Or just Skull. What do I want? It's just boss for next turn. Be fine. Give me a hoot. Nice retro jet energy. Okay. Oh no, I could have grabbed Candy for next Charmander. Noctowl? Okay, so literally double E-switch gives it to them, but they'd need a way to get Raging Bolt out of the active. Oh, they failed the search. Oh, okay. They're taking out the bench Charmander for sure. That's fine, I think. What do I do here? Quick search. I think there's one in to do that. Boss up the single biggest threat on board. Burning Darkness. Only 2 boss, but there's still Prime Catcher in here, so... Alright. I don't know. Second stops me from getting Badooed. No, first... Yeah, second stops me from getting Badooed outright. Okay. Okay. This might get ugly. Get Klefki's in here. They're not going to play Iono in this matchup, so I'm safe enough to do this, I think. Dawn or Terrapagos. Melon. TCG. Yeah. Area 0. Digi. Hoot Hoot. Mander. End turn. Clan Rotom gets discarded if they do anything. Into Abra. You wait to just hit me with straight up fucking... You better not hit me with Candy Swing now. Any Torps? Wow, Candy Swing. That sucks. No Terror Orbs, but I've got Ultra Bolt in here, that's fine. Swear to God, if Boss's Orders comes down, I'm gonna flip my shit. Cool, fine. I expected that. They're trying to find it, I think. No. Okay, they didn't get it. That's fine. Oh my goodness. Quick search for Zard. Candy Zard. Yes. Boo boo. Yes. Yes. Trying to think what I want here. Do I need anything now? I think I need Area 0 Buddy Buddy. I think Area 0 Buddy Buddy's the play. Area 0 to bump that. Buddy Buddy Poffin. Keeps a nice 5 bench. Treat. Swing. Cool. Just a train. No bus tickets, right? What did they need? 17? Then get what? 3, 6, 8, 16? No, they don't get it. The only way they get it is drawing into Fez. And benching Fez would be... Oh! What's that? 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15? I don't think they get it. Which is fine. $11. $14. They didn't really get it from there, though, do they? 280. Yeah, I don't think they... 260? They don't get it from there. There's nothing else they can do. And they've got no Dunsparce on the board as well, so Iono could be bad for them. But do I Iono or do I... I could Iono search Counter Catcher. Boss on... what? Duskull, Charmander? $12, $240. They take the knockout on Terapagos then. Which is fine. Oh, I'm Ionoing you now, for sure. Okay. Sure. Do I ever just Iono again? Was that 9? 180? Now, the annoying thing is the Prime Catcher makes that a bit more annoying. Is there anything I want here? Quick search. Might as well have a look. Do I have candies in here? I do. Let's just do this. Venture Duskull. Evolve to Dusclops. Iono again. Down to 4. You swing 2. I think I have game. Regardless of what they promote, I have game on board next turn, no matter what they do. They don't even knock out they don't even knock out right now, so they need something else. Yeah, no, so this is definitely over, I think. They've Hilded. Did they Hilda this turn? Yeah, they Hilded, so they can't boss. They can countercatcher maybe? Take out the Pidgeot? Even then, they don't have enough damage. Thank you. I just promote, find Briar, done. What's that? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15? Let me double check. Bop. Cool. Alright. That's A-okay with me. Surely. Oh, man. Genuinely. What we want? Who pitch? Knocked out. Just don't kill the Pidgey, and I'm happy. There's no way you have nothing. Ooh. Okay. Candy Pidgeot. Terrapagos. Noctowl? Dual Seeker 4, yes. Rare Candy, Give me Dawn? I guess so. Zarb, zarb, zarb. Candy. Yes. Well, for Area 0... Area 0... Am I going to have to Prime Catcher to get this out of active? Is that what's happening here? That's kind of cringe, not going to lie. And done. Swing. And then next turn I'll grab Iona. There's no reason not to at this point. Everything's crunchy. There's one reason not to. There's one reason not to. Piss and shit. Okay, that's fine. Cool. Works for me. The Dunsparce Charizard seems a bit odd. I'm not sure how I feel about this. I just go in for the kill now, don't I? So, Area 0. Charmelon. I feel like I have to. It just charges itself up. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. What else? I think I hold the Noctowl then. Is there anything else? I think I'll just hold the Noctowl. Megazard? Okay. 4 energy for this. Question is, who do they promote? Oh. Hourglass is fine. Unironically, there's a world where I just Klefki Joust. Where I just Klefki Joust Charizard. How long is this turn, brother? There is a world where I Klefki Joust Charizard. Mate, how many times? They no got swing. They've not. I mean, surely. I think a buddy for you. I'm so tempted. You could take out the Pidgey though. Well, do I boss? Yes. Boss. Super Rod, I think? There's no energy in there, but I would like to Super Rod. Quick Search or a Zord? The best part is they don't get that energy until their next turn as well. But they would need some way of getting out. You need at least one Charizard in your deck, my guy. Cool, that's fine. You... Two? Two. Fanmary. Simple choice. Okay, boss up Terapagos. Okay. Burned Prime already. I have no way of getting this out of active, do I? Okay. No, I don't have... Oh, I do. Of course I do. Pidgey out there. Pidgey over there. Quick search for... Jet! Onto you. Treat. Onto you. Burning Dinosaur 180. I think I just Ultra Ball. Okay, so if this gets knocked out, it's a 240. Okay. No, I've got game. They need to Iono, which I don't think they're gonna do. And even then, they're doing 180. Dawn or Corio, maybe? If they knock this out, in fact, not knocking it out would be better for them. Kinda. Zard, why? Damn. Okay. 9, 18, 27, 36. So they need 2 more energy. Okay, cool. So they get the knockout. Alright. There's just one problem. He's still alive. So what? This is now doing 240. Yeah, so this is just... What? Ultra Ball... Get Candy still in deck. Ultra Ball for Dust Noir. Quick Search. Candy. Yep. Knockout. Alright. That wasn't so bad. And away. It's been nice to revisit an old friend. It's a classic. It took me to my first ever major event, and I did very well with it despite only learning it a week prior to the event. Well, I did well for it for the amount of work I put into it, I think. And that's it. If you've enjoyed this video, you know where the buttons are. Like and subscribe. There will be at least one more of these videos coming out that I've already recorded. And then potentially some more in the coming weeks. I do have one special one up my sleeve. People who know me know what it's going to be already. But if you don't, you're just going to have to wait. But that's going to be a special one because that's a deck that is very close to my heart. And it's probably going to be the last one I post before rotation. So, gonna have a couple more of these, I think. We're gonna try and find a couple more decks that are still viable in today's meta. That we're gonna end up losing in rotation. But for now, thanks for watching. And as always, I'll see you next time.